Hello everyone, this is just a quick update video really. I've got a bit of the lurgy at the moment, so apologies if I sound all muzzy and bunged up. First off, you may have noticed that we're trying to get something out a bit more often. We're aiming for getting something new, whatever it might be, out once a week if we can. We found in the past that the normal kind of time and process that it takes us to sort of craft and properly polish off a song invariably ends up killing whatever relevance it might have had if it was inspired by current events. So rather than necessarily trade off topicality for quality or vice versa, we figure we can at least redress the balance a little bit. And while we will crack on obviously with stuff in the background doing the normal kind of thing that we do, if we ever kind of like have some idea pop up that just can't wait for that sort of normal kind of process to finish, then we'll just sort of break out the video camera and do it there and then. Which we've done a few of so far. We've done 3, one a week for the last 3 weeks. We've got one for this week as well. There's a couple more that are being bashed into shape as we speak, and of course we're still getting on with things in the background. We've got 7 or 8 tracks done for the Orange album, which has been mentioned before. There's a few other things. I think there's going to be one out before the end of this month, completely separate song. And a few other ideas that we're working on. But if there's anything that you particularly want to see from us, then give us a shout. Drop us a line on our Facebook page, comments below, through the website, the usual places, and let us know what you reckon. The other thing that we wanted to mention, I'm sure you've all heard of this by now. YouTube has recently changed its rules regarding its partners in the wake of the Logan Paul incident, because obviously the best solution to a high-profile YouTuber filming a dead guy in a tree is to punish all the smaller channels. Yeah, that makes sense. So a bit of a community is built up around hashtags like small YouTuber army, small YouTuber, small YouTube channels matter, etc., things like that. Whichever one you kind of pick, we're on board with. So the idea is to get smaller channels to kind of help each other out, to grow their support by subscribing to one another, watching their content and so on. So we're totally on board for that. If you want to subscribe to us, we'll happily subscribe to you, watch your videos, help you out, do whatever we can, and vice versa. Just really kind of like sort of, build a little bit of support for one another and make this thing a little bit easier, get something going, keep the momentum up for people, and see where that takes us. So yeah, obviously if you're a comedy songwriter, then we pretty much going to be honour bound to subscribe to you and whatnot. Why wouldn't we? And of course, obviously, conversely, if you're a bit of a Nazi, bigot, frothing UKIP nutbag, or just Noel Edmonds, then you can jog on. Yeah, subscribe, we'll subscribe to you, etc. And we'll sort of do what we can. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page, website, all the usual stuff. And cheers for watching. Bye.